Please be seated. Wow, we're full today. Welcome. Good afternoon, graduates, faculty, administrators, trustees, families. Friends and guests. My name is Bill Root, and I have the pleasure of being the 19th president of this great college we call Marietta. Today we gather to celebrate graduation of the 185th class from Marietta College. We gather to recognize the accomplishments of the members of the class of 2022 as the 185th class. Graduates, you become part of a great tradition at one of the finest private liberal arts independent colleges in America. Marietta College graduates hold leadership positions around the world. I'm pleased to welcome all those assembled with us for this joyous occasion. This includes, of course, parents and families of graduates. These people have provided support, both moral, financial, and emotional, and who have believed in you, graduates, sometimes when you were not sure you believed in yourselves. I also want to extend a special welcome to the families who have traveled to Marietta from locations both close and far away. Welcome to our beautiful campus, and hopefully the rain has gone away today. I'm very proud of all of you, and I'm proud of your leadership in finishing your senior year at Marietta College. As you've read in frequent communications over the last 2 years, we adjusted and you adjusted to very unusual times, and you are now moving forward to what we're going to call the new normal. Today's celebration of your achievement showcases what it means to be a Marietta College pioneer, while also commemorating your accomplishments and creating a memorable occasion that you get to share with your family, your friends, and your classmates. We also have faculty and staff who have challenged you and who have helped you explore new worlds. Among them, each of you has mentors, and I hope, friends for life. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the hard work by these graduates. Would the faculty and staff of Marietta College please stand and be recognized? Thank you so very much. Graduation celebration is a special moment in the life of a college. It is special for the family and friends who honor our graduates by your attendance. It is special for this college that has a rich and remarkable history. It is very special to the faculty who also always put students first and whose commitment to learning, discovery, and engagement has made Marietta College a prominent center for educational success. And finally, it is even more special for our graduates, whose hard work and commitment to learning we honor today. Graduates know that you have earned the privilege to be here. We know this graduation celebration will be meaningful, we know it will be memorable, and we thank you for being with us for your celebration. Joining me on the platform today are Mr. Matt Weekly, Chair of the Board of Trustees, and our honored guest, Dr. Janet Bland, Provost and Dean of the Faculty, and Dr. Richard Danford, Vice President for Student Life. This is a day of celebration, graduates, family, friends, and we are delighted that all of you can be with us. I remind you, graduates, this is your day. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mr. Matt Weekly, Chair of the Board of Trustees, to welcome you on behalf of our trustees. Matt.
Thank you. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I would like to welcome the families, friends, and supporters of the Marietta College class of 2022. I commend you for the value you've placed on a liberal arts education, one that will make our graduates leaders in their communities and in our changing world. Graduates, we offer you our heartfelt congratulations. Today you join the long blue line of Marietta College alumni, a group of distinguished and successful individuals who have brought honor to this college and themselves. Best wishes to each of you today and forever in every road you take.
Thanks, Matt. Thank you, Matt. Would you all please stand and join in the singing of the college hymn, which will be led by the Marietta College Flood Stage Ensemble. This hymn has its basis in the 90th Psalm, the great text common to all biblical religions, and the words are printed in your program. Please be seated. You will hear again from the Flood Stage Ensemble. Will Samantha Rubidoux and Grace Tomasco please come forward? Milo Parker Jewett taught at the Marietta Collegiate Institute and Marietta College from 1833 to 1848. His will established the Jewett Prize, which is awarded annually to 2 seniors chosen in a public speaking competition. In the 19th century, every graduate of this college was required to give an oration as part of the commencement program. To the relief of most of today's graduates, we could bring it back. We now have reduced the oratorical expectation to a presentation by the top 2 Jewett Prize recipients of the class of 2022. Grace, will you please come forward? Grace Catherine Deegan Tomasco is from Aurora, Ohio. She is a musical theater major with a marketing minor. Grace, we would like to congratulate you as the second place Jewett Prize winner for your winning oration. The only certainties in life are death, taxes, and the long blue line. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, and welcome all graduates, faculty, staff, friends, and family. I'm glad you could all be here for this momentous occasion. Throughout my young adult life, I've often heard my dad say to prepare me for full adulthood that the only 2 certainties in life are death and taxes. It wasn't until recently I learned that statement doesn't originally come from my dad, but instead from Benjamin Franklin, a pioneer in his own right. While I agree with both my dad and Benjamin Franklin that death and taxes are inescapable in our lives, I must say there is another certainty in life: change. The beauty of life is that change is inevitable. Over winter break, I went on a family trip to Niagara Falls for the first time. I've always loved nature and felt a special connection to the falls upon arrival. It wasn't until a couple days later I realized why. Our entire education, we've been on a smooth river. Maybe there were storms along the way with high tides and low tides. Then a virus infected the river halfway through our sophomore year, and it still hasn't fully recovered, but smooth overall. Then we get to senior year, and we know what's to come. Everything is speeding up, no stopping, and the whitewater rapids start to form. All of a sudden, we're pulled into the riptide, and there's no escaping the inevitability of the fall. We don't know what's going to happen next, and there's so much unknown. But what is for certain is we can't go back to that same smooth river. As soon as we finished here today, we'll go over that waterfall. Some of us are scared of heights and can't help but scream. And some of us like the sensation of falling and decide to embrace it. Either way, we'll eventually come back up from the fall, and suddenly it's a smooth river again. But it's not the same river as before. We may not know when the river will be smooth again, but we know we'll reach that point eventually. Right now, we just have to embrace the fall. All this to say, change can definitely be scary and sad, but there's also something thrilling and exciting about taking that next step. It's a bittersweet feeling. We're moving on to the next phase of our lives, which means we need to say goodbye. Maybe we're saying goodbye to a favorite faculty member or friends we're not sure if or when we'll see again. But we also need to say goodbye to the part of ourselves that we're leaving in the past, because we are losing a part of ourselves in the process of this life change. In a way, we need to grieve that part, in addition to the time we've shared here. Unfortunately, there were unforeseen circumstances, such as the pandemic, that I don't think anyone will miss about our time here at Marietta. But there was also a Final Four basketball championship, formals, concerts, road trips with friends, coaches, and faculty, and maybe even late-night trips to Taco Bell. Life is about being able to take the bad stuff with the good, so that way we can recognize and appreciate how genuine the good stuff is. Then we take those memories with us as we blaze a new trail and join the long blue line. There's still so much to do and see outside of Marietta, which is what makes life all the more exciting. I've realized how much I've changed and grown during my 4 years here, and I am forever grateful to Marietta College for that. I urge everyone here, but especially the graduates, to reflect on the last 4 years as well. How have you changed and grown since freshman year? Are you proud of the person you've become? And what lessons and memories can you take with you as you evolve into a new stage in your life? I promise we all have something new to offer this world. We just have to find it and make the life we lead worthwhile. Embrace the fall. Embrace the change. But just know we still have death and taxes to look forward to, and not necessarily in that order. I'll leave you with another important lesson I learned from my dad. If everything went right, there wouldn't be any stories to tell. Congratulations, class of 2022. I'll see you on the other side of the falls. Thank you.
That's yours. Samantha, will you please come forward? Samantha Ann Rubidoux is from Ironton, Ohio. Samantha is a communication studies major with a journalism and broadcasting minor. Samantha, we would like to congratulate you as the winner of the first place Jewett Prize for your winning oration, Who to Be.
Good afternoon, everyone. When I began my college journey, I used to think that I needed to have every moment planned out so that I would know exactly what was coming. I felt like I had to do everything perfectly, and that if I did, that automatically meant that I would be successful. I was so focused on what I was going to do once I graduated that I didn't stop to think about how I would manage it if everything didn't go exactly to plan. I'm sure you can see where this is going. A month and a half before the COVID-19 pandemic completely swept through our lives, my grandma passed away. She was always one of my biggest supporters, and she never stopped encouraging me to be the best that I could be. Everything that I did during my first 3 semesters, I did with the expectation that I'd be able to tell her about it the next time that I saw her. Whether it was dyeing my hair in freshman housing, joining a new organization, or just getting a good grade on a paper, I wanted her to know about it, and she loved to hear about it. Every small victory I had in college, was a celebration to her that she never hesitated to tell anyone about. And when I lost her, and then subsequently lost my ability to be around 90% of the people I care about, I lost my stability, and I lost a lot of my confidence in what I was doing here. It was hard to be anchored when I felt like I didn't know anything anymore, and nothing was going to work out how I thought it was, when I didn't know who to be. One of the hardest realizations I had was that she would never get to see me on this stage, even after all the support she gave me to make it here. Fortunately, I had a strong support network that made everything feel a little less bleak and made me appreciate the moments that I had instead of focusing so hard on what I was missing. I'm incredibly lucky to have parents, friends, and family at home that give me everything they have, and an amazing network of faculty, staff, and friends at Marietta College, but it doesn't change how difficult it is to feel like your entire world is upside down. Unfortunately, it would not be the last time that I, or my fellow classmates, would feel this way. When we stepped onto this campus, it seemed like we knew exactly what the future held. We were going to get through college, and it was going to be simple, or as simple as it ever is. Sure, we'd experience all of the normal ups and downs, but it would be just that, normal. And for a while, it was. We went to games for all of our teams, celebrating the wins and pushing past the losses. We attended events like bingos and doodah day and anything else that was available for us to attend. We went to class through rain, shine, or below freezing temperatures. We mourned the loss of our Wi-Fi at least twice a month. We were the true definition of a campus community. And then, all of these things that we did, everything that helped us feel normal and certain, came to an immediate stop. All of a sudden, we were packing up our dorm rooms or stranded on campus, separated from our loved ones, and we had to adjust to an entirely new way of life. What was initially a spring break that we had been looking forward to quickly turned into a nightmare. We'd been so ready to get away until we were faced with not coming back. Our faculty and staff were doing their best to keep things as normal as possible, and they did a great job, but it was still incredibly difficult and scary. We only had digital events to attend. We couldn't see any of our classmates in person. Many of us had health scares in our families, and finding the motivation to continue pushing forward to this moment that we've all been waiting for felt nearly impossible at times. I mean, when you lose access to almost everything that helped characterize you, your friends, your teams, your organizations, your job, how do you redefine yourself? But slowly, we figured it out. We did it. We began to find things to do outside of the norm, find ways to surround ourselves with others safely. We took wellness walks and watched movies on Harrison Lawn. We moved back into our classrooms and dorms and found new ways to communicate when we didn't have half of our faces to emote with. We managed quarantines and isolations. We Zoomed with our friends when we couldn't see them in person. And we found ways to appreciate the moments that we had, to find happiness in any way we could, to be adaptable and strong when we had every right to feel weak. Some of our closest bonds were formed during this time. Some of our best friendships were given a chance to develop when we had to tighten our circles. Finding new solutions and placing importance in every moment is what's allowed us to be here, in person, sharing this moment with all of our loved ones and supporters who have helped us to persevere. The experiences we've had here has shaped us unimaginably. Whether it was living through a global pandemic, dealing with campus-wide tragedies, or getting the third parking ticket in a month from MCPD, we've had to find ways to push past and get through whatever's been thrown at us. And that strength and persistence has shaped the people we're going to be after we cross this stage. We learned how to live without a plan. And as we step forward into an indefinite future, think about how your experiences in life and the time you spent on this campus have molded you into leaders, collaborators, into people who have ambition and the potential for success. Think about how the bonds you've created, the adaptability you have developed, have made you compassionate and able to engage, have helped you find moments of community in a time of separateness. Bring that with you, whether you're going into a graduate program or a job or something that you maybe haven't found yet. Our experiences at Marietta College have given us the tools to redefine ourselves, to make something stronger. So as we go on, be the person that you have worked to build. Just don't get so caught up in moving forward that you forget the importance of the little things, that you forget who to be. I'd like to end with a quote from Helen Keller that I found to be particularly appropriate for the class of 2022. Character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, ambition inspired, and success achieved. Thank you.
One more round of applause for both Samantha and Grace on their winning orations. I would now like to invite Dr. Richard Danford, our Vice President for Student Life, to the podium to introduce the prizes and awards. Richard.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to have such a full house again. On several occasions during the academic year, we honor and reward our students for achievements and contributions to the campus community. Today, we focus on our graduates. Let me call attention to the list of prizes and awards in today's program. These awards recognize outstanding performances by our graduates. In addition, the program also lists graduating seniors who are members of the college's honor societies. You will note that some graduates have cords around their necks. These represent memberships in these honor societies, and the various colors represent the disciplines. Students who have completed the honors program, and for many that means an honors thesis as well, have gold tassels on their mortarboards. Please join me in recognizing these accomplishments. Will Alexander Lursch please come forward? The Outstanding Faculty Award and the William Bay Irvine Medal will be presented by Mr. Alexander J. Lursch, President of the Marietta College Student Government Association.
Will Dr. Dennis Kuhl please come to the stage? Yep. The Outstanding Faculty Award was established by Student Senate in 1984 and is presented each year to the member of the faculty who demonstrates excellence in teaching and college involvement. The winner is nominated by the students and selected by the Student Government Association. So congratulations to this year's recipient of the Outstanding Faculty Award, Dr. Dennis Kuhl. All right. The William Bay Irvine Medal is named for our president from 1948 to 1963, a man noted for his selfless devotion to Marietta College. The medal is based on the qualities of leadership, scholarship, loyalty, and service to the college. This person was nominated and chosen by her peers based on the aforementioned criteria. It is my pleasure to announce to the outstanding member of the class of 2022, Shelby Liz Milheim. May Shelby Milheim please come to the stage.
Congratulations to all of these award winners. Will Braden Wallace, Nina Hahn, and Joss Mudgett please come forward? We would now like to recognize our valedictorian and salutatorians for the class of 2022. This year we had a three-way tie for the top GPA among our graduating class. As noted in the college catalog, in the case of a tie, the valedictorian is identified as the student with the most credits included in the grade calculation. The hard work and determination of these three students has won them the honor of becoming class valedictorian and salutatorians, and I am so pleased to present to our top scholars a special stole indicating their academic achievement. The first salutatorian of the 2022 graduating class is Josh M. Mudgett, with a cumulative GPA of 4.000. Josh is from Duncan Falls, Ohio, and is majoring in sports management with a minor in marketing. Please join me in congratulating. The second salutatorian of the class of 2022 is Nina Catherine Hahn, with a cumulative GPA of 4.000. I love all the zeros. Nina is from Wadsworth, Ohio, and is an English major with a creative writing minor and a McDonough Leadership Certificate. The valedictorian of the 2022 graduating class is Braden Jacob Wallace with, you guessed it, a grade point of 4.000. Braden is from Elkton, Virginia, and is an English major with a religion minor and a McDonough Leadership Certificate. Congratulations to our top scholars. Please give them one more round of applause. At this point, we should note the presence in the graduating class of 9 members of Phi Beta Kappa, the most respected of academic honorary societies. Marietta College's chapter was established in 1860. It is the 16th in the nation. Let me ask the members to rise as I read their names and remain standing. I will unrealistically ask you to reserve your applause until I've read all their names, but I've been doing this a while, and I know that doesn't actually happen. Members of the class of 2022 who are also members of the Gamma of Ohio chapter of Phi Beta Kappa are, and please stand as I say your name, Eric William DeLong, Michaela Ray Hess. Oh my gosh, look at you guys. Emily Lee Kinney. Madeline Grace Keener. Christian Drew Knox. Shelby Liz Milheim. Bailey J. Sprague. Fredley Rogers Tynan. And Catherine Zena Wadia. Now, let's all applaud them. You may be seated, and congratulations to the first audience I have ever seen that followed that direction. Sort of wrecked my whole line there. But they are our top scholars, and we are deeply proud of everyone I have just mentioned. We also want to recognize the recipients of graduation awards selected by our faculty council. I ask each recipient to rise and be recognized as I read their names. Please reserve your applause until I have recognized all of the award winners. The Dr. Frank E. Adair Prize is given annually to the member of the graduating class who has been most outstanding during his or her college career in building morale, esprit de corps, and loyalty to the ideals of the college, without particular relation to academic standing. The 2022 recipient of the Adair Prize is Felipe Sarniski da Cruz. Okay, it was nice while it lasted. The Alumni Association Community Service Award, established in 1975, is conferred on the graduating senior who has demonstrated continuing involvement as a leader and close participant in an activity deemed to be of value to the community or area. This year's recipient is Rowan Elizabeth Henderson Bernard. The Delta Upsilon Good Citizenship Award, established by the Marietta chapter of the Delta Upsilon fraternity, is given annually in honor of its members who gave their lives in World War II. The award is made to the member of the graduating class who has shown outstanding qualities as to scholarship, leadership, character, and participation in extracurricular activities. The recipient of the Delta Upsilon Good Citizenship Award for 2022 is Natalie P. Payton. The Asa Shin McCoy Award is given to a member of the graduating class who receives his or her degree summa cum laude or magna cum laude, and who is, in the opinion of Faculty Council, worthy of this honor. This year's Asa Shin McCoy Award goes to John Logan Gantner. The Stephen N. and Margaret E. Schmidt Prize is given annually to the member of the graduating class who, regardless of academic standing, demonstrated the strongest desire to complete his or her education at Marietta College, despite severe obstacles of any nature. The 2022 Schmidt Prize goes to Evan M. Scott. And if you would all like to stand one more time, and the audience, please join me in congratulating all of these students. I also want to take a moment to recognize a particular group of pioneers graduating today. I invite all of our graduates who are first-generation college students to stand. Congratulations to each of you. Now is the recognition of retiring faculty. The distinction and prestige of every college derives from its faculty. They set the standards for teaching and learning. They establish the expectations for our students and measure that progress towards achieving those expectations, which, when met, constitute eligibility for graduation. These are the individuals about whom graduates of the college always ask and about whom our seniors always brag. It is, as ever, an honor to work with this faculty. Today, I would like to recognize retiring and/or emeritus faculty. Will Dr. Doug Anderson, Dr. Dottie Erb, Dr. Kathy Maurer, and Professor Wendy Bartlett please stand? Please join me in congratulating and thanking Dr. Doug Anderson, who's been at Marietta College for 17 years, Dr. Dottie Erb, who has been at Marietta College for 31 years, Dr. Kathy Maurer, who's been at Marietta College for over 19 years, and Professor Wendy Bartlett, who has been at Marietta College for over 14 years. Please join me in showing appreciation to Dr. Anderson, Dr. Erb, Dr. Maurer, and Professor Bartlett. They are leaving the college for some new adventures, and we wish them all the best.
Thanks, Janet, and congratulations to our retiring faculty, and congratulations to all of our award winners. I'm going to invite Mac Weekly to return to the podium, and I will invite him again to return to the podium for this trip to the podium. As we prepare for the graduates of and granting degrees for 2022, I welcome Matt to the podium, who in addition to being the chair of trustees, is a 1981 graduate of Marietta College, and he will bring greetings and a welcome from the Alumni Association. Matt.
By the way, congratulations to each of our award winners and our retirees. Again. Welcome to the long blue line, which represents endless support and involvement from our Marietta College alumni. As your daily interactions with Marietta College come to a close, we want you to know that there is a way to remain connected to your college family, and the Marietta College Alumni Association is that opportunity. You'll find that the Alumni Association, founded in 1841, is a powerful network with over 24,000 members located all over the world. In fact, I'd bet there are very few places you could travel where you wouldn't find a fellow pioneer working or living nearby. When you leave this place that you were lucky enough to call home, please don't say goodbye. Just say until next time. Stay connected. Read the award-winning Marietta Magazine and Trailblazer publications, or log on to the website and join the online community to keep you up to date with all things navy blue and white. Come back for homecoming and other special events. Join one of our regional alumni associations around the country. We want to know about your career advancements, marriages, birth announcements, address updates, special achievements, and more as you journey through life. We will be there cheering you on and beaming with pride for our fellow pioneers. On behalf of the Marietta College Alumni Association, we wouldn't have missed this opportunity to share today with you. Congratulations, class of 2022.
Thanks, Matt, and thanks to all of our alumni. We are now going to have a special musical presentation by the Marietta College Flood Stage Ensemble.
One, two, three, four.
Did you like that? Let's give him one more round of applause. Absolutely fabulous. Flood stage, thank you. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce this year's commencement speaker and hopefully bring him to the podium for the last time. There you go. Healthcare and accounting pioneer, sports aficionado, parent and especially grandparent of Tuck. True friend and leader, Matt Weekly, a 1981 graduate of Marietta College and chair of our Board of Trustees. Prior to his retirement, yes, he looks way too young to be retired, Matt Weekly enjoyed a highly successful career with Plant Moran, the 11th largest audit, accounting, tax, consulting, investment banking, and wealth management firm in the United States. He has also provided valuable advice and insight as a member of our Board of Trustees and in the past 2 years as the chair. I speak with Matt regularly, and hopefully I listen as well. And I know his message to our graduates will be impactful and heartfelt. Weekly has been a member of the board since 2015. He graduated with a bachelor's degree in accounting and became a certified public accountant. After spending his early years in public accounting, serving healthcare clients, Weekly became the chief financial officer of a health system at the ripe old age of 29. After more than 11 years in this role, he joined Plant Moran, a firm more importantly known as a values-based, people-first accounting firm, where he was promoted to partner and soon thereafter appointed leader in the firm's national healthcare practice. His responsibilities included revenue growth, client satisfaction, serving on firm leadership committees, and supporting 25 partners and 200 staff across more than a dozen Plant Moran offices from Ohio to Colorado. Plant Moran is perennially listed on Fortune magazine's list of the best companies to work for in America. Weekly was selected by Plant Moran to attend Harvard's Business School's highly acclaimed program, Leading Professional Service Firms, in 2006. During his career, Weekly was often called upon to speak to clients, boards, and fellow professionals regarding topics such as change management, strategy development, and succession planning. He was and still is considered a skilled mentor and developer of people, with many of his staff becoming partners in the firm or successful leaders in other career pursuits. We are so proud to have a member of the Long Blue Line speak today, and it is indeed a distinct honor that our graduates will receive a keynote address from someone with such an accomplished and diverse background. I have had the privilege of getting to know Matt on a personal level since I arrived in 2016, and I know he will do an outstanding job speaking directly to you graduates and delivering an impactful message. Please join me in welcoming Matt Weekly.
All right, so instead of me talking for a few minutes, let's just have our ensemble come back up and perform again. Was that incredible or what? Great job, great job. And that's the closest I'll ever get to that kind of talent. It certainly isn't from me. Good afternoon, Marietta College class of 2022. I think it's awesome how you've persevered over the last couple rather unusual years and are here today to celebrate and acknowledge the closing of this very important chapter in your lives. Please give yourselves a round of applause, and parents, friends, and faculty, please recognize again this class of 2022. I consider it an honor and a privilege to spend this time with you here today. Before I proceed further, I'd be remiss if I didn't let you know that the Board of Trustees reminds itself constantly that you are the reason we do what we do for this wonderful college. To prepare for this occasion, I conducted a survey. I asked our children, their significant others, and our nieces and nephews what they expected from a commencement speaker. I considered this group as a reliable source since they all graduated from college within the last 15 years. Here's a sampling of what I received. From our daughter, she encouraged me to watch the commencement speech of Elle Woods from the movie Legally Blonde. I didn't do that. My future daughter-in-law suggested that I discuss a time when I made a mistake or failed, but how I made the best of it. Now, there's confidence in her future father-in-law. My nephew, working in the tech industry, challenged me to discuss the rapid changing workplace. Not bad, we're getting somewhere. From my niece, make a life, not a living. Pretty solid advice from a 30-year-old. Just when I was feeling pretty confident about where I was headed, our son offered the following. Dad, you're neither a celebrity nor a famous athlete. You'll just be another suit to the audience. And then he followed that by, no offense, Pops, you're still a big deal to me. Just try to give him a reason to listen. Boy, was that inspiring. So, I'm going to combine this feedback with content from a book I started to write a couple years ago when I retired. That's right, I naively thought I'd have time to write a book when taking on the role of a college board chair in the midst of a pandemic. So far, I have an outline and a few chapters completed, and the working title of my book is Everyday Heroes. Consciously or subconsciously, we perceive others as role models, those to whom we wish to aspire and emulate. Often these people are familiar to us due to their public notoriety, such as a sports figure, a movie star, a musician, or a technology mogul. However, our ability to access and relate to these people is very difficult due to the vast chasm between their lives and ours. Isn't it more reasonable and attainable to attach ourselves to those we come across in our everyday lives, those that have influenced us or persuaded us in seemingly minor ways, but have had or continue to have a profound impact on our lives? These heroes come from many walks of life and can be friends, relatives, neighbors, work colleagues, professors, or coaches. Everyday heroes come in all shapes and sizes. They don't have a certain net worth. They don't belong to a particular religion or race, can be male or female, can live anywhere, can have any type of career, and can come into your life at any time. Their impact can be one-time and spontaneous, or it can last a lifetime. The heroes in my life share a few key traits. They unselfishly share themselves with others. They do it with extreme humility and with an attitude of servant leadership. And I think you'd all agree that it's comfortable and natural for us to gravitate to those who value and grow relationships without seeking personal gain or glory. So indulge me for a few minutes while I describe a few of my heroes. If you haven't already, identify, learn from, and celebrate your heroes. No need to face tomorrow alone. Find your heroes, rely on them, and be a hero for someone else. No cape, shield, or shining armor required. Fresh out of Marietta College in 1981, I was hired to work in the Columbus office of a large accounting firm. At the time, my uncle was a senior executive with Nationwide Insurance, and his office was located a half a dozen blocks from mine. And by way of background, he was actually my great-uncle, the youngest of 9 siblings, my grandmother being the oldest. On more than one occasion, this uncle invited me to lunch at the University Club, which at the time was a highly respected meeting place for movers and shakers in the Columbus business and political community. When I was at lunch with this uncle, he treated me like I was a peer and a fellow club member instead of a 22-year-old first-year accountant. We talked about current events. He asked about my role and responsibilities at the accounting firm and my plans for the future. Now, why would an esteemed member of the Central Ohio business community carve out time from his busy schedule to have lunch with his grandnephew? Was it because I could help him advance his career at Nationwide Insurance? Did he think that Matt Weekly would increase his standing at the University Club? Of course not. He offered up his time and wisdom to a young man just out of Marietta College because it was somehow important to him. I came to realize that these seemingly inconsequential lunches were or mentorship sessions given freely without ties and with no reciprocity expected. Look for and be receptive to these opportunities throughout your career and life. Sooner than you realize, you'll be on the giving end of these events. Several years later, I took a position with a client, becoming the chief financial officer of a health system. A key event for me occurred about 2.5 years into my role when I received a call one afternoon from my controller, who had taken a few days off for an illness. Now, Eddie King, that was his name. Now, Eddie had joined the health system a couple years prior to my arrival after a successful primary career as a corporate controller for a large utility company in Florida. Eddie reported to me, which was a little awkward since he'd been an accountant longer than I had been alive. Quickly into this particular call with Eddie, he informed me that he had just received a serious health diagnosis. And he concluded the call by saying, "Matt, I'm sorry I'm letting you down." Let me repeat that. "I'm sorry I'm letting you down." In a choked up voice, I told him not to worry about work and that his only priority was taking care of himself. Eddie became a hero to me at that moment. Here's a guy with a life-threatening illness apologizing for not being able to hold up his end of the bargain at work. That was my last conversation with Eddie. He passed away at the age of 59 just 6 days later. He elevated the virtues of humility, hard work, and commitment to an entirely new level for me. But this story doesn't end there. I found out just a couple months prior to Eddie's death that he was one of the most accomplished pitchers in the history of fast-pitch softball, playing for the Clearwater, Florida Bombers in the 50s and 60s. He was inducted into the American Softball Association Hall of Fame in 1991, just a few months after he had died. In his career, listen to this, in his career, Eddie posted 544 wins against just 66 losses, including 25 no-hitters and 9 perfect games. His humility and work ethic have been an inspiration to me ever since. Much to my surprise, Eddie named me as the executor of his will, a role that I was honored to perform as a small way to repay him for what he had given me in just a few short years. I've identified nearly 20 heroes in my life who will ultimately be celebrated in my book. But the third hero I'll tell you about today is Raymond E. Weekly, Jr., Marietta College class of 1956, and my father. Dad wasn't wealthy and never held a prestigious leadership position, but I'll tell you what he did do. He relentlessly provided my sister and me with snippets of wisdom that are etched in our brains forever. I have no idea where he learned all this stuff. I guess I'll attribute it to his Depression-era upbringing, his extensive travels while in the service during his formative years, and his career, which required him to build and maintain trusting relationships with his customers. And I'll just provide you one example of Dad's adages. A penny for your thoughts. Maybe some of you have heard that. A penny for your thoughts. He would blurt out this seemingly meaningless statement at the most random times. And as I've reflected over the years, I'm convinced Dad had a motive for this comment. He was curious to find out what was going on in the heads of his children at various times in their lives. What a brilliant way to reach out in an open-ended, non-judgmental manner. Sometimes I'd respond to this comment by, "Oh, nothing, just thinking about the ball game last night." But sometimes it would go much deeper, such as, "I was thinking about changing my major from law to accounting. What do you think, Dad?" What a great gateway to a rich conversation between two people. What if we all approached our interactions with each other in such an open, non-threatening way? Seems like a pretty productive way to learn and grow together, doesn't it? When in a conversation, start by asking others how they think and how they feel. Listen first. We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, We need to use them in proportion. So, Dad, thanks for the wisdom, thanks, and caring. You, my uncle, and Eddie King are just a sampling of the many men and women that have touched my life in seemingly innocuous ways. Heroes don't have to have a Super Bowl ring, a Nobel Prize, or swim the English Channel. Heroes just need to be there for you, whether for a few seconds, a few days, or for a life, as a mentor, coach, advisor, and friend. I'm going to briefly tell you about my fourth hero, and I met this hero on this campus 45 years ago as a freshman. His name is Rich Bidoff. And Rich's commitment to his family, his church, and his community are unparalleled. Rich was a highly touted baseball player out of a northern New Jersey high school. However, he hung up his catcher's mitt early during his college years at Marietta to focus every waking hour on his family, his upcoming career, and on becoming a positive influence in this world. I could spend a considerable amount of time highlighting his service to others over the years, some of it public, some of it unheralded and behind the scenes, but all of it from the heart. It is my hope that you've created similar friendships during your time at Marietta College. As you move forward, latch onto your heroes, be a hero, and make life transformative and meaningful for you and those around you. Recent commencement speakers have set a very high bar in terms of gifts to graduates. I'm going to head in a little different direction. Once again, I surveyed the younger members of our family. Responses ran the gamut from wallet-sized diplomas to alumni T-shirts to starting an IRA for each graduate. Not going to happen. But I think I'll take the advice of our self-proclaimed wise beyond his years son. Based on his recommendation, my wife and I have made a meaningful contribution to the Ukrainian relief efforts in the name of the Marietta College class of 2022. We hope you deem this a worthy cause. In closing, I'm going to turn the tables a little bit on you. And I'm addressing this to particularly to our graduates. I'd like to ask you to give a gift as well. In fact, it's a gift that you can give that doesn't cost you anything, takes about 1 second to deliver, and can be given at any time to anyone. It can't be returned, thrown away, and never becomes obsolete. It's appropriate to give now, 25 years from now, and for the rest of your life. It's the gift of saying thank you. We don't say that phrase often enough, and those two words can mean so very much. So say thank you to your parents and grandparents for providing their support over the years, whether emotional, financial, or otherwise. Say thank you to your fraternity brother, sorority sister, or roommate for helping you navigate through your low points during the pandemic. Say thank you to your teammates for picking you up when you were injured, ran the wrong play, turned the ball over, or missed a critical shot. Write a thank you note to your favorite professor who met with you on his or her own time to maybe clarify key concepts for an upcoming exam. And as you leave this campus today, and if you have the chance for a final time, say thank you to the staff of Marietta College for keeping this campus safe and clean during your time on these hallowed grounds. And a thank you from me to you for this opportunity. We admire you, we're proud of you, and we look forward to hearing about the terrific accomplishments from this class as the chapters roll by. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you much. We so appreciate you sharing your experiences, your wisdom, as well as your generous support and leadership to Marietta College. This is the point in time where presidents are supposed to give the classes of 2022 all this great wisdom. So I'll give you a couple things. First, number one is follow the first law of holes. If you're in one, stop digging. Or as May Malou said so importantly, and this is important to me, the only people with whom you should try to get even are those who have helped you. Take that one with you. But again, as I said, this afternoon is your day. It's time for your celebration. From me, I'm so proud and so happy to have been part of the process that helped you take another step forward what I know will be a great, bright future for you. It's also, of course, a time to reflect on your achievement. This day is a natural progression in your career, and remember, commencement is a beginning, not an end. It hopefully will begin to fulfill dreams that you all have. The reasons you want to earn a Marietta College degree are as varied as you are. For some, it was both learning. For some, it was professional development. For others, it will allow you a better opportunity for a job, for graduate school, for law school, for medical school, for Teach America or the Peace Corps. You have gained new skills and enhanced all of those that you already possessed. All of you, however, also share a new opportunity, and that's to go out and make the world better. As we look forward to celebrating today and the future for you, our graduates, you must remind each other of this ever-changing, sometimes crazy world that is in front of all of us. Let me look forward a short 12 years. We at Marietta College will celebrate 200 years as a college in the year 2035. In that 12 years, we will all be changing. The landscape of higher education is changing as we speak, and that world out there is changing even more rapidly as you enter your careers. Marietta College has prepared you for those changes, and make sure you reach back and help us change at the same time. Albert Einstein said, "We cannot solve problems by using the same kind of thinking that we use to create those same problems." So as you leave Marietta College, I encourage all of you to take some advice, give of your time, give of your talent, give to your family, give to your friends, give to your community, give to your world. As you have learned in this changing world, encourage others to reach their goals. In a few short months, the class of 2026, now that scares me, the class of 2026 will be here to begin the journey that you are now completing. And like you, they will become part of the continuing legacy that symbolizes the Pioneer family, and as Matt said and others, the long blue line. From this member of the family, thank you for making this a memorable day. Thank you for making Marietta College the wonderful place that it is. And thank you for giving me the wonderful privilege of serving all of you. So are you ready? Yeah, all right. It is now time for granting of the degrees. Janet, will you please join me at the podium to confer the degrees?
President Rude, on behalf of the faculty of Marietta College, I have the honor to present the candidates for degrees and to certify that they have fulfilled the required conditions of residence, attendance, and scholarship, and that they are worthy to take their places in the illustrious company of Marietta alumni. Will all degree candidates please rise?
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the faculty of Marietta College, I now confer upon those who have fulfilled all the requirements of the appropriate degree as certified by the faculty of Marietta College with all the ancient rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto appertaining, and welcome you into the company of educated women and men. We present to you as evidence of this award a diploma inscribed with your name, indicating academic honors earned, signed by the proper officials, and bearing the great seal of Marietta College. Congratulations.
Candidates, please be seated. Will Christy Burke, Mary Barnes, and Jonathan Wiley please join us on stage? Dr. Barnes and Dr. Wiley will be hooding our master's candidates. Would the marshals now please bring forward our graduates for the presentation of diplomas?
First, the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts, Psychology. Robert Theodore Allen Drummond, also a Bachelor of Arts. Alexis S. Elliott. Lindsay Nicole Gortner. Dylan Lapp. Alexandria E. Williams. Next, the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts, Clinical Mental Health Counseling. Meredith Ann Bates. Amy Sue Cross. Derek Ryan Layton. Devin Nicole Roberts. Ella Mae Silliman. Annalisa Van. Lacey Nicole Wilson. Next, the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Enji Elmetwali Algamili. Carly Nicole Allen. Trent Michael Anthony. Samuel J. Bartlett. Devin McKay Baxter. Lauren Beckus. Jesse James Brzonski. Adam N. Blaharczyk. Justin L. Blasco. Nicole H. Boone. Zachary Thomas Boyd. Isaac Joseph Butts. Kirsten Michelle Carpenter. Taylor B. Carr. Trent Anthony Castle. Molly Jean Cowdell. Henry Frisbee Clark. Noah Ray Coleman. Michaela Angeline Cordell. Daisy Elizabeth Cowdery. Felipe Charneski de Cruz. Alexis Joyce Dalrymple. Claire Brinkley Davis. Addison M. Davies. Danielle J. Dimmerling. Joshua J. Egan. Brea Mackenzie Elsey. Darian Khalil Fields. Garrett E. French. Kyle J. Gallagher. Cade Parker Gander. John Logan Gantner. Lauren Ellen Gardner. Jared O. Gaylord. Ashley Mae Godenswager. Thaddeus Nathan Graham. Liam Grandy. Sabrina Michelle Hagenson. Nina Catherine Hahn. Layla Hockey. Tucker Morrow Hampton. Jordan F. Hartle. Darius Demond Hatch. Autumn Lynn Heddleston. Devin Blake Hefner. Callie Marie Heft. Ashton M. Helmke. Rowan Elizabeth Henderson Bernard. Elizabeth Larae Henthorn. Michaela Ray Hess. Turner Lynn Hill. Bryce C. Hilverding. Nathaniel King Hinckley. Lindsay Grace Horton. Sydney Ann Huffman. Jackie Ann Hune. Bailey C. Isaacs. Lucas T. Isley. Dunosuke Ishii. Logan Andrew Eisner. Maris P. Kaiser. Sumire Karomoto. Madeline Grace Keener. Carly Andrea Kernodle. Jordan Lee Ann Kaiser. Zachary Klein. Timothy Edward Krieger. Kirsten Laney. Madeline L. Lears. Abigail Rose Lewis. Sarah Lilick. Caitlin Nicole Liston. Chelsea Grace Luciano. Mason T. Leidick. Edmund E. Lynch. Griffin L. Malik. Matthew Keith Mason. Clay Richard Maston. Samuel J. Matthews. Brett Francis McGettigan. Jackson Bernard McGill. Hannah Marie McCain. Ryan William McLean. Abigail L. McNaught. Austin Jeffrey Meese. Turner L. Mitchell. John Philip Montano. Josh M. Mudgett. Drake A. Newberger. Tess Kaylin Nicholas. Jeffrey Alexander Page. Autumn Rain Parsons. Natalie P. Payton. Joshua A. Pennington. Nicholas A. Pennington. Aaron D. Peterman. Hannah R. Peffer. Drayton Noah Piper. Keontae M. Pryor. Abigail Stevens Pukta. Ryan N. Reedy. Justin Dale Reynolds. George Newcomer Riffle IV. Samantha Ann Rubadoo. Quinn Michael Rundgren. Calum Arthur Rudder. Gino M. Sabatine. Keita Saito. John A. Sanford. Alexis K. Scadden. Ashley R. Schulteis. Morgan Alana Scott. David Benjamin Schur. Reagan L. Shriver. Alyssa J. Sims. Emily Morgan Smith. Kayla Dawn Snyder. Bailey J. Spragig. Danielle R. Stewart. Rayshawn E. Stewart. Anna Margaret Swercheski. Tyler William Seidenstricker. Evan Douglas Taylor. Jordan Danielle Taylor. Jacob R. Tiemann. Amelia Louise Thompson. Grace Kathleen Deegan Tomasco. Haley Marie Tornes. Brady McFadden Treherne. Michael J. Trent. Brooklyn P. Trimble. Dylan L. Tucker. Zachary Het Turkowski. Fredley Rogers Tynan. Austin J. Veach. Logan J. Vittmeyer. Tyler B. A. Walker. Braden Jacob Wallace. Lauren S. Ward. Tyler Thomas Warner. Kelsey Elizabeth Warnock. Brian Keith Washington, Jr. Patrick A. Watson. Mercedes Alice Webb. Michael West. Carsey Alon Wilder. Cleveland James Wilder. Drew Thomas Wilkinson. Jason Margaret Williams. Thomas Andrew Williams. Cameron B. Wilson. Tyler Andrew Wise. Damian D. Yenzi. Next, the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts. Gwendolyn Sauer. Next, the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Music. Alexandria Rain Conkright. Tessa Joy Peters. Brendan Michael Smith. Morgan B. White. Next, the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science. Alexander Michael Blackston. Owen Boyer. Haley Noel Brooker. Caleb Browning. Blake William Chisholm. Emma N. Chrisman. Jillian K. Congrove. Isaac Newmoff Danford. Caitlin Elise Delaney. Haley Catherine Fuller. Where'd she go? Okay. Victor M. Giovingo. Albert Griffin Gorman. Shay C. Goss. Brandon Tyler Hardman. Benjamin William Heckathorn. Austin A. Hilt. Kyle James Howard. Emily Lee Kinney. Sophie Claire Knapp. Leslie Van Michael Nip. Christian Drew Knox. Raquel Elizabeth Colazar. Maddie E. Lankford. Shelby P. Lassiter. Elizabeth Marie Leach. Abby May Leslie. Brent Michael McClure. Shelby Liz Milheim. Jacob Montgomery. Haley Grace Morgan. Jacob Matthew Morlando. Kendall Nethkin. Caitlin Elizabeth Oster. Emma F. Purington. Lauren Amelia Redfern. Wyatt Thomas Saxton. Adriana Dawn Sevi. Anne Holbrook Thompson. Olivia Elizabeth Ullman. Catherine Zaina Wadia. James Steele Weaver IV. Joshua R. Zwick. Next, the candidates for the degree Bachelor of Science in Petroleum Engineering. Kobe M. Berger. Caleb N. Bradford. Caleb Matthew Craig. Zachary David Friend. McKenna T. Gallion. Trenton Bryce Gander, also Bachelor of Science. Megan Elizabeth Gummery. Tyler P. Helt. Oh, sorry. Joshua Lewis Kiefer. Mitchell T. Lewis. James Anthony Montano. Kevin Justin Baila Mukanya. Joshua Nagy. Colton M. Neptune. Ethan S. Oldfield. Vittorio F. Orsini. Jacob Nicholas Parcel. Annie Catherine Priest. Nolan Boyd Reese. Colston A. Rhodes. Joshua E. Rose. Albert J. Sally, the third. James Arthur Orville Taylor, also Bachelor of Arts. Megan Olivia Tornes. Noah J. Turek. Robert Edward Weber, Jr.
Will the graduates please rise and be recognized one more time as a group? Come on up, you guys. We will now symbolize your graduation by the traditional turning of the tassel. So move it from the right to the left side. Yeah. Will everyone please rise as we once again welcome Flood Stage to sing the Marietta College alma mater, time-honored Marietta, and it is in your program. Again, many thanks to the entire music department of Marietta College, Flood Stage, Jay, Nils, band. Thank you. Round of applause. Graduates, congratulations to all of you, our newest graduates of Marietta College and members of the Alumni Association and Long Blue Line. In just a moment, we'll have an opportunity to meet and greet these newest graduates. Please remain at your seat until the platform party, the trustees, the faculty, and students have recessed outside. Before everybody leaves today, I want to acknowledge all of the mothers here today. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, and I hope everyone will take time to remember that very special person in their lives. And now it gives me the greatest pride and pleasure to pronounce the 185th commencement of Marietta College is concluded. Congratulations.